Hey there, crypto traders and investors. It's Rod with Pow Group. Welcome back on the Pursuit of Wealth, your home for MJ stocks, crypto assets, news, and interviews. Also home to the best crypto community and the channel that was created by a retail investor for retail investors. Today is Sunday, November 10th. Hope you're doing well, and I hope you have a great weekend. I assume so because the alt season question is poking its head again. Everybody's asking, is this alt season? Bitcoin just broke to a new all-time high. It's been blue sky breakout, price discovery, and just eclipsed the 80,000 USD mark. And like I said, I'm getting a lot of people asking me, is this the alt season that we were looking for? So I'm going to answer that question. I'll give my thoughts and opinions. Before we do, make sure to smash the like. It helps support me in the channel. If you're new, you can subscribe, tick the bell, all that good stuff. You'll be notified on any future videos or when I go live. And as always, this is not financial advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. Never buy or sell anything based on anything that I say or write. You can also follow us over on X, formerly Twitter. Handle for that is @GroupPow. Going to be using that as my platform of choice going forward. Also, the sponsor of today's video is Tangem. If you're looking to do self-custody, if you're wondering, is my crypto safe? The best way to do it is to have it on a hardware wallet. And the one that I recommend, the one that is the cheapest, the best, the most security, and the most user-friendly, easy to use, is by far Tangem. It is my favorite one. If you go to the description of this video or go to tangem.com and then just put in the POW code, the code POW, P-O-W, you get 10% off, and it helps support the channel as well. And they have the 3-card set. That's the one I recommend, or the Tangem ring. This one's super dope. They just came out with this brand new ring, and it comes with 2 cards. So if you lose the ring, you have the 2 cards as a backup. If you lose a card, you have the ring and the other card as a backup. So like I said, super easy to use. By far the best Tangem wallet, hardware wallet is Tangem. If we take a look at the crypto space at the moment, you can see here we're basically rocket ships across the sector. Bitcoin is still hovering above 80K and 80,000 at the moment. So I mentioned this last night in the Pow Group private community that we were more than likely going to see Bitcoin take off in a big way. I said we were consolidating around, the previous all-time high. We pulled back, and when you're consolidating, when you're basically just going sideways around a previous all-time high, that's generally a sign that things are about to heat up in a big way. And we also had multiple buy signals go off. We had the golden cross with the 50-day moving average crossing the 200-day moving average. We also had the weekly 50 and 200 weekly moving average bull cross. And then, the golden cross there on the daily time frame was just icing on the cake. We also had the stochastic and the MACD on the weekly blast off. It's still very bullish at the moment. The MACD's continuing to rise here at the moment. So if we take a look at the crypto space, if we take a look at the leaders on the day today, it's mostly alts. So we have ADA, Doge, and EOS. And the reason why ADA is pumping the most, Cardano, is because there's talks that Charles Hoskinson, the creator of Cardano, he's going to be working with the Trump administration on crypto policy. So that's the reason why it's pumping at the moment, more than the others. But Doge is right there at 25.13% and climbing. And I think that has to do with the fact, obviously, that, we're going to have the Department of Government Efficiency, of course. No, just kidding. It's because it's associated with Elon, and Elon is very pro-crypto, and he loves Doge, and he's going to be working with the Trump administration in the Department of Government Efficiency. There's been no real mentioning of Doge, the currency itself, other than the fact of the acronym Department of Government Efficiency. But again, because it's associated with Elon, that's why it's seeing a big rise. Same thing with Tesla. Tesla had a huge jump ever since Trump took the Trump jump. Ever since he took or got the news broke that he was the president-elect. So if we go down here, I want to just give my opinion. Is this the alt season we were looking for? I mean, it's a great start. I don't think this is alt season, though. And the reason why I say that is because Bitcoin dominance at the moment has yet to really see any meaningful consolidation. And if we take a look at total here on the monthly time frame, we still have yet to break to a new all-time high. So I think we need to break to a new all-time high here on the total market cap. Once it does, then we should, and it's a huge cup and handle at the moment. Once it breaks to a new all-time high, then I think Bitcoin will top out. This is what I've been saying for months now, that Bitcoin will more than likely top somewhere around 100 to 120K. Could it go higher than that? Absolutely. But I think that's the most likely scenario. Somewhere around 100, 150K. I don't see it going much higher than that this cycle, maybe next cycle. But, I'm kind of thinking somewhere around that 100 to 120K. And then we should see Bitcoin pull back after that 100, 120K. Then we should see full on alt season. Most alts will probably hit new all-time highs. And we're a long ways away before we do that yet. And then when Bitcoin pulls back, we'll see that money rotate into alts, and then alts will go crazy, and then we'll have a bear market more than likely. But one thing I need to see, so this is what I brought up to Power Group private members as well, was the Bitcoin dominance. And I will bring up, actually, real quickly here, I'll bring up Bitcoin on the monthly time frame. You can see here it's a huge cup and handle as well. And it's saying 250,000 is the target. But I'm not subscribing to that, because we already hit our let me just see here. Yeah, we hit our 4.618 target from the high of the bull market in 2017 to the low of the bear market. We've already hit that target. I don't think that's the most likely scenario if we go from the high to the low here. I don't think that's the most likely scenario. I think maybe the 2.618 is the best that we'll be able to do, somewhere around 152K. But like I said, I think somewhere around 100 to 120 is the most likely scenario, maybe 150. Could we get back up to the 4.618 and also this cup and handle target of 250 this cycle? It's possible. I'm not going to say it isn't. And the higher that it goes, the more rotation and the more obviously liquidity and volume that is going to enter the space. So the more Bitcoin runs, the more that altcoins will run eventually, right? Once Bitcoin tops out and that money starts to disperse itself and rotate into other names. But one thing I want to mention is the Bitcoin dominance. So it was a weekly bull flag. We were targeting about 61.68%, and we hit 60.57%. So we came within less than 2% of that target. And what I need to see and I think we'll ultimately continue higher on Bitcoin. Like I said, I think we'll eclipse that six-figure mark, at least 100K. And then one thing I'm going to be looking for here is when we start monthly consolidation on Bitcoin dominance, I think that's when alts are going to go absolutely bananas. So if we look at the last time we consolidated on the Bitcoin dominance chart, it was way back in January of this year. So it has now been 10 months in a row with no monthly high or low. So we haven't lost the low of the previous monthly candle now for almost a year. That's crazy. So the second that we do, that's when Bitcoin will more than likely start to pull back, and then that money will rotate into alts. And then we could also see a monthly EMA 12 and 26 bear cross here on the dominance. We had the flip side with the bull cross, and now we're seeing Bitcoin rise. We'll probably top out, like I said, at some point over the next month or two, somewhere around 100K plus or minus 10,000, I think, and then we'll start monthly consolidation. Key support is going to be 57.07% on the monthly dominance. If we lose that, monthly consolidation underway, and then we have no support down till about 50.82. And we also have the EMAs there. But like I said, monthly consolidation will be very telling and a huge clue and signal that we're more than likely going to see alts pick up in a big way. And then we'll be watching total 3, which is the crypto total market cap excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum, and I think we'll hit new all-time highs. And then once we get back above 1.131 trillion, then that will be new all-time highs, price discovery, and then that's when I think most alts other than Bitcoin and Ethereum will be at new all-time highs. And I can't wait for it. I don't think anybody really truly understands the amount of liquidity, the amount of just sheer euphoria and influx of capital that we're going to see into some of these alts, and the amount of opportunity that will come with some of these lower cap ones, right? Because some of them are at a penny, or some were down around a penny or 2 pennies, 5 pennies, and pretty soon I think a lot of these names are going to go 50x, 100x, and that's what I'm here for, right? I'm not here for those 5x gains, those 200% moves. I'm here for the 50xers, the 100xers, the projects that are going to absolutely transform the financial system. And my biggest crypto holdings right now are XRP, XLM. I think Algo's right there. HBAR is up there now as well. Link, I'm really bullish on Chainlink as well. They finished their pilot with Swift, and Swift said that it was going to be integrating crypto assets in 2025, and we know that pretty much all banks in Japan are going to be using crypto by 2025, and we're going to have major crypto legislation in the US, the biggest economy in the world, more than likely in 2025. And we'll have clear rules of the road, and there'll be no more stifling of innovation. The shackles will be released, and we're going to see a bull market like you've never seen before, an alt season that you literally I don't even think could dream of. It's going to be reminiscent of 2017, in my opinion. So giddy up. Time is winding down. I think we're very close. I think it's just around the corner where we're going to see full on alt season. Like I said, I think the timeline is going to be somewhere around the next month or two. Bitcoin should top out. We should hit somewhere around 100 to 120K, and then it'll pull back, and then alt season will run. I think that'll probably last somewhere around 30 days. And yeah, I think sometime between now and call it, February, March, I think that's the sweet spot. I wouldn't want to be, too much exposed to longs after that. I think somewhere around, April and May 2025 is when we're going to really start to see momentum shift to the downside. And I think we could potentially enter a bear market at that point, which could span multiple years. But let me know your thoughts and opinions on this. It's been an exciting weekend. It's a long weekend for those in Canada. So happy Remembrance Day to those in Canada. If anybody does have any, I guess it would be Memorial Day, but I'm not sure if it's a stat holiday in the US or not. But I'm pretty sure the stock market's open tomorrow, both in Canada and the US. So I'll probably get some videos out tomorrow. More than likely, at least one, and depending on what happens with the market, we'll continue to monitor it. But wow, this is exciting, and this is playing out exactly how we would have expected it. And yeah, with this new administration, super pro crypto, it's really hard to say. This guy really is the limit. But I do think that, somewhere around 120K is going to be a sweet spot on Bitcoin. All right, going in it there. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. It's Rod with the Power Group. Thanks again for joining us in the pursuit of wealth, and we'll see you again on the next video.